This will be the last video you need to watch on productivity in 2025 and hopefully the rest of your life. I'm going to stack it full with actionable steps from the last 60 videos I posted on productivity. I have consumed so much information and synthesized it down for people like you who are trying to go from lazy to productive in an effective manner. Hello, I'm Dylan, I'm 18. I turned lazy people productive using tactical techniques and strategies that changed my life forever. I went from someone who spent 5,000 hours on Call of Duty and other such video games like you, like the lazy people you know, and I changed to someone who effortlessly and easily breezes through large banks of his work for my business, education and personal development goals. This video will change your life. By the end of this video, if you watch it all the way to the end and you take notes attentively, you will have a list of actionable steps to finally become productive and reap the reward that you so desire of success. This video is made for people like you. I hope you enjoy. I'd imagine if you're watching this video, you struggle with doom scrolling. You struggle with the constant scrolling on your phone, stimulated by each and every post, spiking you with dopamine and keeping you hooked, wasting your time on your phone. Listen, in today's video, I'm going to be giving you 3 actionable solutions to escape this scroll trap. Finally, the advanced tactic in this video is to have the next steps. It's advanced because it has a little bit of friction, because you do need to put a little bit of effort into the step. What you need to do, and this is something I'm toying with, open ChatGPT, open some sort of AI software and give it this prompt. I'm going to put the prompt on screen here. I tactically made this prompt using AI to give you a way to find the next step. Put it into an AI software and it will generate you the response that you need. You need this response because you need to figure the next step. If you have the next step lined up, if you know exactly what you need to do next, you're less likely to fall for these cheap distractions and you'll feel on a mission, on a drive to complete your productive work. When you have the next step, you can generate the passion, you can generate the momentum, the inertia, the dopamine towards this task, and you can get it done more productively because you know exactly what it entails. Not only this, your reticular activating system, one part of your brain, the part of your brain that essentially makes you focused on one thing and ignore the other distractions, gets stimulated by a clear objective of what you need to do next. When you have your reticular activating system activated, for example, I need to revise business unit 1. When you have this reticular activating system, the RAS activated, out of all the things on your desk, your brain will focus only on business unit 1 because your brain realizes that's the next task, that's the next goal to get the dopamine and stimulate via neurotransmitters. Your ability to manage work without burning out is highly correlated to how productive you can be, because if you're constantly in a cycle phase of burnout, coming back to actuality, coming back to reality, getting productive work done and then burning out again, and just keeping this cycle active is not good for you, your mental health, all the work you're getting done. The quality will drop, the efficiency will drop, and you'll end up in ruts of procrastination because you're too overloaded to complete it. So the actionable step I'm going to teach you in this video is all to do with timing everything you do. So you have a day plan, whether you're using tools such as this, the newest product I've created to help people like you become productive, using the strategies of day planning that I use on a day-to-day basis. The link is in the description, no obligation, but you have a day plan and you're planning exactly what you need to do. How do you know your threshold of how much work you can complete? It's arbitrary unless you have metrics and meticulous data to analyze and figure out the actual answer. So the only way you're going to do this is by recording how long things take. So on a day-to-day basis, what task are you completing and how long do the tasks take, so you know whether you're overloading yourself or whether you have more room to implement more stuff, potentially improving your productivity day to day. So for me, I will make a thumbnail, I'll sit down at my desk, I will make a thumbnail and I'll record exactly how long it took. It took me 32 minutes last time I made a thumbnail. So now I have this bank of data of 32 minutes to make a thumbnail. So when I'm planning the day forthcoming, when I put make thumbnail, I know that's going to take 32 minutes. It means I have a decent chunk of time left to get productive work done. Unfiltered productivity advice, let's jump straight into it. Advice tip number 1, chug more water and don't move. For this, I'm going to let Andrew Huberman take over before I butcher it. Here you go.
I confess, I don't allow myself to go to the restroom in that period of time. Here's an interesting little tip that's grounded in physiology. You have a direct neural connection from your bladder to your brainstem areas that increase alertness. This is why when you have to go to the bathroom when you have to urinate, it is extremely agitating, right? It can be very, very agitating. I'm not encouraging you to get so agitated by filling your bladder so much and resisting going to the bathroom that you are uncomfortable and can't focus. But I generally will just drink liquids and work away, and I won't walk away to go use the bathroom unless I absolutely have to.
Tip number 2, the doctrine of delaying habits. Delaying your gratification is paramount to your success and productivity. Pretty much, if you have something you want to do, say, I'll do it after I do this work. And that work allows you to reap the rewards of the thing you want to do, which will create this positive reinforcement loop around you completing the work, because your body starts to realize via the dopaminergic system that once you complete it, you get the reward and it makes you feel good, making you want to complete it next time and be more consistent in habituating the productive task. Tip number 3, remove friction via planning. Plan meticulously everything you're doing, the work you're doing, the clothes you're wearing, the places you're going, and remove the friction from the productivity. Half of the battle of battling procrastination is knowing what to do. Planning equals productivity in most cases. I would say it's more than 50% of the battle. Listen, if half of the battle of being productive is having a plan to do so, then I have the weapon for you. This is my newest product. It is a habit tracker, day planner, journal, notepad, and it has some blank pages for you to mind map and take notes effectively. It has everything you need to be productive. It's got these specifically, beautifully laid out day planning pages. It has habit tracking pages to ensure you stay on track with your success and the progression you make in productive work. It has pages for note taking, pages for journaling, so you can get the things out of your mind and you can stay clear and ready and primed for the productive work. There is only 50 copies available for this version. The top link in the description will take you to the website where I'm selling these. They're in limited supply. Act fast if you want to change your life using my weapon of productivity.
Secondly, change your speech pattern. So a lot of people I speak to, they say, I procrastinate so much, like I'm really unproductive when it comes to the work, I just can't get it done. And that kind of negative speech pattern towards the work is seriously negative and seriously seeping into the actualized version of the work, because it's allowing that seed of doubt in the mind. If they go into the work, if they have a block of work they need to do, whether it be homework or some sort of business work for their endeavor, if they go into that work and in the back of their mind they're saying, I'm unproductive, I'm a procrastinator, what are they going to do when they get into the work? They're going to procrastinate, they're going to be unproductive, and they're not going to get it done effectively. So changing your speech patterns is the most important thing. Rather than saying, I procrastinate, say, I get work done easily and effectively. I breeze through large banks of productive work for myself, my business, my education, my personal development goals, as I say in every single video I ever record. Change the speech patterns to a more positive outlook on yourself. If you turn yourself from a lazy guy to a productive guy in your head, then it will seep and manifest into actualization, because you won't have that seed of doubt clouding yourself when you're trying to get productive work done.
Now I have 5 strategies here for you. So first, you need to prime your brain for focus. And the simple way to do this is by setting clear objectives of the work session you have ahead. So rather than saying, I'm going to revise, I'm going to complete a task towards my business, you need to have specific criteria. And the easiest way you can do this is by having SMART objectives: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. By having this criteria checklist for the goals you're trying to, for the session of what you're trying to complete, this stimulates the RAS. So the reticular activating system is a part of your neurobiology, which allows you to filter through the external stimuli, filter through stuff you don't need to be focused on, and allow your brain to focus on the stuff you do. So by having a clear goal, for example, I need to revise Business Unit 1, your brain will look through this bundle of paper on your desk. For example, you have paper here, paper here, paper here. It'll look for Business Unit 1 and it'll focus on that while eliminating the bombarding stimuli of the ethics and philosophy or the sociology, for example. It filters out the noise and allows you to focus on the task ahead, only by having specific measurable criteria that allows your RAS, the reticular activating system, to engage in focus on the task ahead.
There's a 4-step formula, I believe,
will help you beat procrastination. Number one, your environment. What clothes are you wearing? Are you smart? Are you professional? Are you in the right mindset to complete the work and the tasks ahead? For me, I like to wear nice clothes, a nice polo shirt, be nice and dressed up for the occasion of the work, which gets me in the right mindset and allows me to dip into the productive work and the flow very, very easily. So make sure your environment's good, make sure your bedroom's tidy, your desk is organised and clear, and it allows you to have this clear state of mind and the correct mindset for the work when you dress up for it.
In the year 2025, I will be successful, and using this simple strategy, you can reap that same reward too. This simple strategy is so obvious, you'll find it easy to implement. Fortune favours consistency. Consistency is the one factor that will determine you successful. Compared to the masses, as long as you're consistent in the quality service, content or products you produce, you will see success in the future. That's how it works. So now we understand what fortune favors and how you can reap the reward of success. Here are a few tips to be more consistent. So number one, the obvious planning. So planning what you're going to do when you're going to do it will make you more favored to do the work because you know what you do. There's no friction behind it. There's no extra planning you need to do before the task. You have it all set out at the start of the day. Plan your day the night before and you'll find it easier to be more consistent in the work because you know exactly what you're going to do. Next, objectives. You need to have clear outlined objectives. So for me, next year I want to post 108 videos by Q1 of 2025, and that will put me on track for a really, really great year on YouTube and this negative bias marketing. So 108 videos by March 31st as a business objective for this channel. So you have your objectives, you have your planning. Lastly, you need some sort of relationship in the same business model. So are you familiar with the term parasympathetic relationship? So a parasympathetic relationship, it's not physical, it's not in real life, it can be through the phone. So you speaking to me speaking to you, this is a parasympathetic relationship. So this is a parasympathetic relationship. We're not in person, we're not speaking in person, we're speaking through the internet and alternative means. So this is a parasympathetic relationship. If you can't have an in real life relationship in the business model you're doing, a parasympathetic relationship will be sufficient because you need to realize the potential in the business model you're doing. Consistency is solely reliant on faith. So I have 100% certain faith that this effort I'm putting into this business model of YouTube and synthesizing information to help others and aid others using this knowledge, I'm 100% confident this will turn into my future career and it will benefit the masses overall. So having unwavering faith will make you more consistent because you truly believe in the thing you're doing. And the way you can believe more and the way you can get more of this unwavering faith is by seeing it happen in real life. So personally, as cliche and cringe as it is, I follow Iman Gadzhi, Hamza. These two gentlemen have made it work. Iman Gadzhi's made £108 million based on negative cost bias marketing through YouTube and his other social medias. That is an incredible achievement, and it fills me with more faith because I see it, I've seen it happen.
This is a simple guide to overcoming decision fatigue. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down what decision fatigue is and the 3P protocol to eliminate it from your life. The first P, place. The place you complete your work is almost as important as the work itself. If you're not in the right mind space, you're not going to get the work done. Obviously, if you're sat in a dirty bathroom, you're probably not going to get the most optimal productive work complete. However, if you're sat in a lovely furnished cafe with nice ambient music, a little bit of bustle to keep you focused with the white noise, then you're more likely and more inclined to enter this flow state of productivity and get work done effectively. So, for me, I have my desk here, which is nice and set up. I always keep my bedroom tidy, as if you watch the video on snowballing, you'll know why. And this is where I complete the most of my work. I have a dining room where I also complete some work now and again. I go into the evenings there to plan my days the next day. That's 2 spaces. I also have the college library and a general library. I also have a section above the gym where there's a nice seat near it. It's really quiet, no one ever goes there. And just having this space diversity will help you engage in flow state and productivity better because you have this different scenario. It feels new, it feels novel, and then you have this extra surge of motivation to get the work done. Especially, this is quite a controversial view here, but if people are seeing you do the work, you're sat in a cafe, you have your headphones in, you're in a nice polo, a nice watch, you almost feel the part. And because you know people are watching and you don't want to seem an imposter by not completing the work, it just gives you this extra kick up the bum to get the work done.
you're unproductive, you're undisciplined, and you can't get work done efficiently, I wish to help you. I wish to make 2025 a year full of discipline for you, where you effortlessly and easily defeat tasks on your to-do list. I'm going to give you 4 actionable steps to fully become disciplined in 2025. And if you take action at the end of this video, I believe you will do so. So to start, you need accountability. You need a person to hold you accountable. As soon as those words slipped out of my mouth, someone has come to the forefront of your mind. You need to message them immediately. Take action, message them, say, I need to lock in, you need to lock in. Let's both get it done together. Let's become productive together. Let's find a task to be disciplined in. And if they're a good friend, they'll do it with you. I have a friend, Toby. We both hold each other accountable. And that's the reason we're both disciplined and productive, is because we have the accountability factor. You have the exterior motivation. It's not intrinsic, it's extrinsic, in the regard that someone's patting you on the back, someone's saying, come on mate, you need to get this done, you need to get it done now, whether it be your mother, your sister, your brother, your father, a cousin, or a friend, even girlfriend per se. You need someone outside of yourself to hold you accountable, to say you're being unproductive, you are being undisciplined, you need to get back to work. Whether it be parasympathetically through videos like this, or sessions with people like me, link in the description by the way, you need someone by your side. You need someone to support you and get you through these times and dips and troughs of procrastination. You need someone to pull you out from the outside. And this is what accountability is for. Toby, if I see him struggling, I see him unproductive, I tell him straight, get back on the plan, make sure you know what you're doing next. And this leads me on to point number 2. You need a specific, measurable set of criteria.
I'm really proud of you for watching this far into the video. I want to help you become productive without the hard struggle that you're facing at the moment, using the refined list of tactical techniques and strategies that I've made for people like you. Within just 1 hour session, I can apply them to your life and I can help you change for the better. I can help you unlock your productive self. The top link will take you there, and here's the kicker. If you leave this 1 hour session without an actionable step to become productive, then I will give you all of your money back. 100% of your money will go back into your bank account, and I will be left with nothing if you leave without an actionable step. I truly believe I can help you become productive. The top link will take you there. I look forward to helping you help yourself. Here are 3 micro habits that made me more productive in 2024, and simply put, if you implement them, you can compound the same success in 2025 with these simple habits. Be, do, have, not have, do, be. A simple phrase essentially means that the majority of people believe that if they do the thing, they can then have what they desire and then be the person who deserves those things. Where in the actuality, in the real world, it probably should be the other way around. You need to be the person who deserves those things, do the tasks that require you to garner the things you want, and then eventually, when you deserve them, the things will come to you. So you need to believe and have faith in the goal, have faith in the things you're doing, have faith that it's going to work out. For me, example, I believe this will work out. I believe this will be my full-time career in the future. On my wall here at the moment, let's see if it'll show off the car I want to have in the future. I believe with time and with effort and with frequent consistency, things will work out. So what am I getting at here? The micro habit I've implemented in 2024 is reframing my speech patterns. It sounds complex, but essentially anytime you say you don't have something, always add the caveat of yet. Or anytime you want something really bad, say I will have it, you know? Reframe your speech pattern into the way that you're almost manifesting success into your life, because you don't let this doubt seep in. If you're having a conversation with someone about the potential path that you're going down with your business endeavor, and you allow the doubt to seep in, the doubt to come out in your speech, so you say to your friend, oh, it might work, oh, maybe it'll work in the future, oh, I might become successful. These mights and maybes are going to eat away and allow negative doubt to seep into your brain. You need maximum faith. Discipline comes from maximum faith, and consistency is a byproduct therefore. So you need it to be ingrained in yourself. When you're speaking to someone about the business endeavor you're doing, you need to say it will be a success. It will replace my job now. It will be my future career, and have that unwavering faith that will allow you to be consistent because you truly believe in what you're doing. And that will allow you to be disciplined. So that's the tiny micro habit that number 2 that I had in 2024. I've reframed my speech pattern to the point where anyone I speak to, they have unwavering faith in me and I have unwavering faith in myself to make the things I do become successful in the future based on pure grit and consistency.
So you got the strategy, you have the tools implemented and the tactical techniques dialed down to get your productive work done effectively. But now the problem you face is something simple, something you never thought too much on. What work could I get done? I have no productive work to do, and what should I do if I have no more work left to do? Everything is complete, and I still want to progress. I still want to make progress in my habits, my self-improvement, and my productive work tasks. So what do I do? What did I do? And what do I do now? I learn. Learning is the most beneficial productive task that you could possibly do. And the obvious first reason of why is you're learning stuff. If you have nothing else to do and you're going to doom scroll on your phone or do something that's unproductive and doesn't benefit you, you may as well learn, because then you're wasting the time, potentially, because you're not pushing the needle in that regard. But if you have nothing to do, then learning will make the time productive because you're putting it to a decent use other than doom scrolling. That's the first obvious reason. You're learning something which makes the time more valuable than doom scrolling on TikTok and Instagram. And again, watching YouTube videos, watching long format videos, watching tactical technique videos like this, it's beneficial. It is learning. I mean, if you can remember the content of this video tomorrow and then the day after, then you've learned the content and you've made productive use of your time. It's not exactly the fanciest answer, learning. It's not fancy at all. It's not, oh, scout out some coins to invest in and make 100x return. It's nothing cool like that, but it's simple and effective in the regard that it will make your time productive and it will progress you in the future. The second reason I believe learning is so incredibly important and effective in terms of the use of your free time that you're not going to do anything but doom scroll on, is because learning trains your brain. You have to imagine the brain as a muscle. Just like you go to the gym, you train, progressively overload, you make your muscles bigger over time and time under pressure, over consistent repetitions at the gym. The brain is the same. The way you're going to improve your neuroplasticity and you're going to improve the mental texture of the brain in regards to learning and effective learning is by learning more and more consistently. So if you are watching a YouTube video like this and taking notes and actualizing the information in your brain and creating the neurological pathways to recall this information in the future, then you are progressing your brain, which is productive. So you learning in your spare time rather than doom scrolling is productive because you're training your brain to create the neurological pathways and activate them effectively, making it a productive task. So you're lazy and you want to become productive. Well, you have come to the right channel. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you a beginner's guide to productivity and turning from lazy to productive and beating procrastination once and for all. So the first tip, a preface to the second: attempt and adapt. So the only way you're going to figure out productivity in your own actualization is by attempting to be productive, by setting yourself a task or a session of work and attempting to do it in the most efficient and effective and therefore productive manner you possibly can. So attempting it is key. Giving it a good shot, you kind of know in the back of your mind, like, it's not going to be the most productive work you've ever done, but it's better than where you were before. So giving it a good, motivated, effortful shot will be very effective because you can adapt. So if you do the work and you do it with no music, you do it at a random time in the middle of the day when you get a splurge of motivation, and you only do it for 30 minutes per se, then there's three criteria, there's three details you can analyze and potentially change to figure out what really works for you and what actually makes you more productive. So for example, you've done the work with no music, no external stimulation to keep you dialed in on a task. Maybe next time try some classical music or maybe some binaural beats in the next session you try, and just see what stimulates you to be more productive and dialed in on the work you're completing. For a lot of people, music helps a lot. For a lot of people, having that external stimulation through your auditory system allows you to remain dialed in on the productive task in front of you. For others, it's the opposite. Some like to work in silence, but it's personal to you and it needs to be adapted to your productive style of learning and getting work done. Attempt, shoot your shot, try and be productive, and try and get the work done, and then analyze, adapt, and figure out what were you doing that you enjoyed, what were you doing that you found made you more dialed in and focused on the task, and what were you doing that took away from that. Were you every 5 minutes on your phone doom scrolling on Instagram Reels looking at brain rot comments? Or then, you know, in the next bout of work you need to put your phone on do not disturb and allow yourself to be more focused on the task ahead. What did you eat before the session? What did you consume? Was it high carbohydrates? Was it low carbohydrates? Was it a lot of protein? Were you feeling satiated in terms of your fullness? And maybe even what exercise you've done in the day. I've just come back from a run, that's why I look a bit sweaty in today's video, but what are the criteria of before the work, after the work, in between the work? What are the criteria that are making your work either unproductive or productive? Analyze them, adapt them, change them, and see what works. So you eat right, you sleep right, you train right, you have everything in order, yet somehow you don't get the work done. It could be because you're missing this one detail, this one biological trick to get more productive work done. So, to start, there's something called the temperature optimum. It starts in the night with the temperature nadir. Nadir meaning lowest point, and the lowest point in the night is generally 2 to 3 hours before waking up. So I wake up at 7 a.m. minus 2 to 3 hours takes me to around 4:30 per se, and that will be where my body hits the lowest point in the core temperature before it curves up, and alongside the rise of the core temperature, it releases cortisol and other hormones to get you awake, pretty much. Keep you alert in the early hours of the morning. So, work out the temperature nadir. When do you wake up? Minus 2 to 3 hours. Now you have this lowest point, this nadir, at 4 to 6 hours on, and that will be the set period of 90 minutes where you'll get the most productive work done. You'll enter the flow state easier, you'll find it easier to complete the work, you'll have a stronger sense of drive to complete it because it's aligned with your body's homeostatic tendencies. So, generally, unless you're a night worker, it'll align in the late-ish morning. Mine, 7 a.m. minus 2 to 3 hours takes me to 4:30 roughly, plus 5 hours per se, that will take me to 9:30, or 6 hours that take me to 10:30. Generally, that kind of period there will be my most optimal state to get the work done. And to be honest, I'm awful at waking up, so usually it's around 8 a.m, so it kind of balances towards 10:30, 11 a.m. That's where my most optimal period is, and I can single-handedly say I do get the most work done there. It sounds cliche, but 10:30 till 12 is literally my most productive time. I get home from the gym, I have lunch set out for after the work period, and I just bang out complete flow state.
Thank you for watching this ultimate productivity guide. It's a long video, I understand, and I'm glad you've made it towards the end. I hope you take these actionable steps and become productive. Unlock the part of yourself that you deserve. You deserve the success if you implement the tips from this video. And if you're looking to get more help from me, the top link in the description will take you to a one-to-one meeting page where I can help you become productive using the same tactical techniques and strategies that I've refined down for people like you. I help people like you go from lazy to productive, and these strategies have helped thousands of people around the world. Here's the kicker as well. If you leave this 1 hour session with me without a productive, actionable step to continue your progress in productivity, then I will give you a full refund. If you leave the session without an actionable step, I will give you every single penny you sent me, because I truly believe I can help you become productive. Click the top link if you're interested in letting me help you help yourself. Thank you for watching.